With all the fraud and imposter scams tied to the pandemic and even vaccination cards, you can understand why people are uneasy about getting cold calls asking them for vaccination details. Back in July, I spoke with Susan Egner in Pueblo, who got one of these vaccination cold calls from someone claiming to be from the state of Colorado.
It was a young man had asked me if I had gotten my COVID shot. I kind of took offense and I says, well, is that anybody's business but mine and my doctor's?
It turns out the call was real and the state was calling and texting people to help educate them on vaccinations in the hopes of convincing people to make appointments to get the shot.
The state already has that information. It's already tracked. They shouldn't be calling.
Now, almost 3 months later, News 5 has learned about similar cold calls, but this time being made by contracted researchers with the National Opinion Research Center at the University of Chicago on behalf of the CDC.
The CDC has received so many inquiries on if these calls are legitimate that they actually posted on their website that they are making legitimate calls.
Here's what federal officials posted about these calls. Quote, "We need your help to monitor vaccinations given to children and teens, as well as to monitor COVID-19 vaccinations in adults and age-eligible children and teens. You were randomly chosen to participate in the survey. We cannot talk to the millions of parents and adults in this country. That would cost too much and take too long. So we scientifically select a sample of phone numbers to identify eligible households."
So as far as participating in these cold calls, the CDC, they really do need this information. They're using it for research and to allocate resources to help fight the pandemic.
But fraud experts fear once again this kind of public outreach is setting people up for scams.
What they also did was they posted the number that those calls are going to be coming from. Now, unfortunately, the scammers can grab that number and they can spoof it and make it look like that's the number that's actually showing up on your phone.
Even if it's a legitimate agency or organization on the other end of the phone, we should always think about how confident we are in their ability to maintain and protect our sensitive information that in the wrong hands could be used against us.
Considering that there's an average of 1,500 to 2,000 major data breaches a year, we've seen that increase 10% since last year. Trying to limit the information that you have going out into the world is definitely good practice from a fraud perspective.
So if you're not interested in participating, how do you get these calls to stop? Here's what the feds say. Quote, "Please answer and say, 'Take me off your list.' The interviewer will remove your number from our calling list. If you do not want to wait for a call, please call the National Opinion Research Center at University of Chicago toll-free at 1-877-220-4805. You can find all this information right now on our website, KOAA.com, including a list of frequently asked questions and answers from the CDC. Be careful out there. Always watching out for you, Southern Colorado. Patrick Nelson, News 5.